got to play. I think it was nerves. That was just about it. And then if you made a little bit more mistakes, then obviously I'd capitalize on it. But you didn't make those mistakes, so that's good. Now I'm about to find out that this character can save me tonight. Because apparently my whole list is not working. Ooh. Ooh, no. 3, down 2. Oh, what a block. Well, I'll give you how many games. It's first to 7. So, you can have like 4 games? Ouch. Alright, I got that. No, I can't use the Season 4 buff! Exactly, you have to take all the advantages you can take. Oh, your opponent's not doing this, your opponent's not doing that. Oh, your opponent's letting you do this, letting you do that. You take it. But of course, you make sure your adjustments are correct, right? Well, correct in quotation marks, because you'll never know when they're fully correct. I thought I avoided that. 2-4. Of course, you play it by ear. And you did pretty well. Change character, change stage. Exactly. The Infinite Azure pick. Wait, if I press 1+2 there, no, that was a left punch. It's a left punch. I should have gotten it on the first punch. That's the right punch. Why am I stepping left? Yes, you're a Mishima, but it's step right. F2, 3, 4. F2, 3, 4. I mean, obviously, we're gonna run it back naman eh. Not unless you're satisfied with one win. Oh wait, that wasn't down back 2-1. Down back 4-2-1. Remember the inputs, Frontier. Remember the inputs. Teach me the way so I can win also, you know. And share the secrets daw, and para Duckbird can also win. Ouch. Okay. Oh, pressing. Right punch. Exactly, it's a right punch parry. I was thinking about doing it against 950. But the second hit. Anything later than that, I wouldn't bother. I'll just say the stream's cancelled. Back 1-2. With something. Oh, there you go. Bawal! 1-2-4. Who's after this? Magnus is after this. Well, it's gonna take some time pa, first to 7. So malayo pa. 11:40 in the evening Philippine time. Been live for 2 hours and 33 and 45 seconds. Is this set number 7 or 6? One of the two. There's still probably a handful of people to go. FF3. Ooh, 2-4. That did not reach. Counter hit! Oh, I usually never get that. Ever since the start of Season 4 when they changed the counter hit properties of down 4 to make it like Dragunov's. I never got anyone pressing on counter hit down 4 really. It's too risky to press there. You're always gonna get hit by the counter hit launcher. They extended its reach. Oh, I walked into that. Big axe kick. Basta pag 9:30 yung starting stream, alam mo na. Okay. But if it starts at around the usual 8:30, 8:40, or if it's really good, like it starts mismo at 8 o'clock or 8:05, 8:10, then I'm in a really good condition. Maybe. And if you're watching this on mobile, that's most definitely at the bottom. So no more Jin. No more experimenting on Jin. We out. So for this level, Josie's fine. Okay. But I want to check is the one more around M's level.
Perfect.
Because my secondary should be able to play around that level. Because if they can't, then you're not a secondary. Woo! While standing 4. Press? No press. Like going back to the flowchart again, right? Like, they expound upon it. Like, if I do DF4, switch 1 will always be my main option. And then the moment, let's say they're ducking, you just switch it to while standing 4. Or switch 2. Whichever catches, their duck. And if they're blocking switch 1, you go straight into switch 3. So it's like just changing options depending on how your opponent's reacting. So that's technically a good use of the flowchart. A bad use of the flowchart is mindlessly doing the same option over and over again. It's like you're always going to do switch 1 after DF4. Gets. Feng is a tough opponent to win on? No. Not really. I mean, yes, you're not wrong, but when you get good, I don't know, you can't really have that kind of excuse. I guess in my current condition, yeah, it's very difficult to win against Feng. But I think it's still actually doable. Maybe if I played Huang the whole way first, instead of wishes to playing down 4. I mean, I don't really care about what's top tier or not. You have to be good at the game first before it becomes even relevant to affect the game. Because you could be playing the strongest character in the game, but if you're just terrible at if you again, for lack of a better term, suck at the game, it doesn't matter if you're playing top tier. It just doesn't. It has to be at a level where it actually affects both players. And usually that's high level. And most of the tier lists, by the way, are made by high level players. So you have to take, the context along with it. And as a competitor, well, even if I'm technically inactive, I never really like using excuses. Like, oh, he's using a top tier character, it's hard to win there. I mean, yeah, alam mo naman it's hard but it's not the excuse. You can still win it. I mean, I liked playing against Leroy, pre-patch Leroy, or release Leroy. I liked playing against that. Because if I won there, I knew I was the better player. Like, what are you gonna say? You already had Leroy and you lost. For me, that's a big W. And I get to refine my skills more. So again, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it, right? I just don't like tiers defining the game. Or like, defining results. Like, if I think about how a set went, it's just like, yeah, it's because it's Feng. No. Technically, top tier characters are the most played characters, in quotation marks. So you should have a lot of data on these characters. Or a lot of XP on them. So you have more time to practice against said character. Compared to something like the bears, right? You don't have a lot of time to practice against those characters because they're uncommon to begin with. So it's more likely that you'd lose to a bear rather than a Feng. If you're doing your homework right, of course. That's equals 4. Whoa! Hey! That was a whiff punish! Oh, come on! That was up forward 4, not up 4. Oh, big unblockable. It whiffs. But I mean, everyone has their opinion on what's the best character in the game. Or what's the stronger character. Had a healthy player base. But a good number of players were playing less already. Because it's off-season. There's more time to do other stuff. But that's like the perfect time to, experiment, practice other stuff, etc, etc, etc. Because the moment it becomes, in season, the amount of time you have for that decreases. Or if you finally see a big idea and you're like, yeah, I should probably test on this. How much time do you have to do it? FT4. 1, 2, 3, flip over. I missed out. Giving Resident Evil vibes. Is it the piano one? I can't hear it there. The game still... I only hear the game on my end. But that doesn't work on King. Noted. Ooh! Cheese Keeper? The Cheese Keeper that's plus, just like Negan's. But that worked. Interesting. Yeah, I do. But the character wasn't meant for me. I tried playing the character. I wanted to have that power, but alas, I'm not the kind of player for Leroy. So I couldn't enjoy that the power, the dark side, so to speak. Yeah. Release Leroy is he the strongest character in the game? I think it's either him or Fakumram. Release Lydia would come close to Fakumram and Leroy. It's like one of the two. I think those are. If you're counting Tekken characters only, because technically Akuma's the strongest character in the game. Fated Retribution, the arcade version, the first version of Akuma is the strongest version of Akuma, and then after that, it's just nerf after nerf. But they're not giving the hard nerfs, no. Like exactly the same nerfs Leroy, Fakumram, and Lydia got this patch. It's all tiny ones, really tiny ones. No, oh, I got the Shining Wizard. Come on, Tekken. Hey. Oh yeah, it's the side of, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I know that song. There, see, I got it, right, Tekken? I broke the Shining Wizard. BF2. Whoa. While standing 3. FF3. Bawal. You were allowed to step there. Alright. Trying to keep Vergil at the wall here. That was a Xiao Yu moment. 3 just went under. What was that input? Down back 3 ba? Yeah, it went under. Crazy. FF4. 2-4. Ooh! Ano? What do you mean it doesn't? Okay, fine. So that's 5. So 2 more games to go. Is Armor King going to appear? Gonna make an appearance? Have all the knowledge of the game, and then you need to be able to execute that in game. Those are all many different factors, part of it. That's why even if you play the best character, if you bad at the game, you bad at the game. Nothing changed. Someone said mash key charge, right? No, wait, that was on the Jaguar step, not on this one. That's too late. I have to tank all the damage. Yeah, you have to pay for Eliza. Lost frames. That can be stepped though, but Vergil not stepping there. Again, your options change depending on how your opponent's reacting. LJ loves that kind of cheese. No, depends on how good they are. Most competitive players will be fine. To a certain degree. Like if you lose your main, if it's a DLC character that's not legacy, like exclusively DLC, let's say Noctis, Negan, Geese, Akuma, you will be fine. For as long as you picked up another character. Because technically your skill level's high enough to play another character. It's just a question of like in what way. So if you're playing Negan or Noctis, it's Tekken-like anyway. It's mainly Tekken. So not much problems there. It's Geese and Akuma where you'll have some slight difficulty. Because you have meter. And then you have the jumping and you have the DP. And some invul properties here and there. Ooh. No. DF2? Like me, if I lose Horang, I'll still be fine. But I'll obviously be weaker without Horang. But I'll be okay to a certain degree. Like still competitive. It's like it's not over for me. Nice.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, exactly. Those 3 characters are very strong. But I think I would give the pick, like if it's exclusively Tekken and you remove Akuma out of the list. Akuma and Geese, you remove those 2 characters out of the list. It's either Leroy or Fakumram. Like if Fakumram keeps that broken movement, right? I probably might pick him over Leroy. I may. I know it's tough between the two. You just gotta take a pick. Take your pick. Like which one do you want more? Because there was stuff Leroy could do that Fakumram couldn't. And then the stuff Fakumram can do that Leroy can't. Etc, etc. Because he flew somewhere, right? It's the IESF thing. Did I get that right? Tama. He played a Leroy there, and it wasn't the typical Leroy. Like the Leroy, the flow was completely different, etc, etc, etc. It wasn't like the, you know, exactly like usually the way to play that character is more or less set in stone. It's the same thing with Jack. Like you remember Noroma and Saint. Noroma's Jack was completely different from Saint's, and everyone was used to like the Saint style or that kind of way of playing Jack. Like his timings were all different. So there's still room for creativity on basic / generic characters. It's like Virtua Fighter. You can do a lot. For as long as you have with a big move list and even a small move list, it's definitely possible to, you know, have that creativity. And just that, what do you call that, characters with a bigger move list will encourage it more compared to a character with a smaller move list. And if they don't have like a reliable gameplay or play style. Because you'd say Leroy is very, very reliable. I like what you need to do, etc, etc. Horang, on the other hand, well, not so reliable. It's a little bit shaky. So you'd have to make up for some ground there. Whoa. 1-2. F2-1. I'll get back to the comment sections in just a bit. Hop kick. Maybe I should have went for damage. That's okay. I got a big carry to the other side of the wall already. Alright, got that punish. No. DF4. Alright. 3+4! Alright, set point. Beautiful. Malapit na. Malapit na. I thought about it, right? I'm a Geese main. Yeah. You'll be fine in Tekken 8. Exactly. Because Geese didn't exist before. And you were playing Tekken before Geese was even there, right? Yeah, you've been playing way longer than I have, Ata. So all the more you should be fine. Like all that legacy XP should go somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like there's gonna be this whole adjustment period without your character. I mean, Keenan had to go through that. No Beck.
Round 2.
Until Noctis came around. And then something clicked with Noctis, right? So you're gonna have to probably wait around for another character to show up that will work best with you. Because it's gonna be a big gap, right? Between Geese and then the next character you'll be subbing in for Geese.
Fight.
You enjoy Tekken's variety of characters, mentions Akuma. He's not Tekken. But I mean, yeah, if you want to play Akuma, go for it, man. Nothing's stopping you. I know what's stopping me. I can't do his inputs. And the character doesn't fit me either. So I don't bother. But I have to play him in Road to Blue Cheese eventually. For as long as I'm still doing it. 1-2. 1-2. Oh wow, there was still enough time for that sidestep into a jab. Lucky me. 41 seconds, Rage Drive in a Dream for Crispy Chicken Joy. No throw break there for Frontier. Looking for a crouch grab. Down 2. Okay, I pressed 2 there. That's the main difference. Fair. I'm dead. Vergil staying alive, making the set longer. And longer. And longer. Properties are going to be different, etc, etc, etc. You'll have to do meter management, something you didn't do in Tekken. Stuff like that. But the core concept of the fighting game thing is transferable to all. Down +4. Yeah, let the plus frames hang. Let it hang. Backdash. Ooh. I tried setting up the same situation with Crispy Chicken Joy, saw it a mile away.
KO.
He'll destroy your fundamentals? Not necessarily. If you rely on it a little bit too much, then yeah. Ooh. Down 3 plus 4. Because there will be situations while playing those characters wherein your opponent will successfully shut down a lot of your key stuff. So your fundamentals would have to kick in. So it's still needed. It should do damage, but not enough to put me in rage at all. Yeah, exactly. I think that's 2 more hits for rage. Thank you. Alright. 1 more round to go. Yeah, you can't buffer inputs in any other game. Well, you can continuously do the input while doing another move. But you can't hold down a button and buffer it the whole time. What you can do is store it over and over again. So you keep pressing QCF1, QCF1, QCF1 over and over again while you're doing another move. And then it's technically buffered. Leave 2? Leave 2? Whoa! Okay, I did not expect it to lose there. That was unexpected. Low? No, no. Leave 2. Come on. And I get hit by another crouch grab. The strings, I'm mashing 2. I'm gonna believe in 2. Apparently, it was the wrong thing. It was a 1. You're here, by the way, right? Stand by. So I'm just gonna straight up make an open lobby right after this. If I win this one. Vergil is fighting hard. Truly battle obsessed. FF4? Ba't ganun? No. Silk? No, that was not silk. And for good reason. It high crushed whatever option Vergil was doing there. Leave 2. What's buffer input mean? So in Tekken, you can hold down a button for a long time. Like I'm holding down 2 right now. And if I check my replays and tips and open the command history, it'll say I'm holding down the 2 for a long time. And then if I just press the 1, I can do F1 plus 2. That's buffering. In Tekken, at least. In another fighting game, it doesn't necessarily operate the same way. And that's 2 slices of red cheese, making it 7-2. And good games to Vergil. Good games.
Round 3.
No words. No words can describe it. Maybe blocking this hell sweep does.